is CBS LA Mornings.
Welcome to CBS LA at 11 on Channel 2, simulcasting on KCAL 9 and streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Jamie Yukas. We want to begin with some developing news. Firefighters come up empty-handed in their search for a dog caught in a storm drain. Assignment Manager Mark Liu at the desk with details. What happened here, Mark?
Well, Jamie, unfortunately, we just heard from the LA County Fire spokesperson at the scene. They say after a very extensive search for many hundreds of feet in the sewers beneath the Santa Clarita neighborhood, they could not find any evidence of the dog that both homeowners and first responders heard barking early this morning in one of those storm drains. Let me show you some video of what this operation looked like from SkyCal. You see here a lot of LA County firefighters, urban search and rescue, animal control, and even hazmat teams down here at the corner of Circle J Ranch Road and Rolling Ridge Drive in Santa Clarita. It was about 7:15 this morning that homeowners here called 911 after hearing barking coming from one of the storm drains. Now, the first arriving LA County firefighters heard that barking as well. So they determined there was very likely, obviously, a dog was somewhere down in one of these maintenance access tunnels. So they got their urban search and rescue and hazmat suited up with oxygen masks and went down there looking for that dog. I've also got some video from our crew on the ground. The spokesperson for LA County Fire said for the next 2 hours after 7:15, they went 150 feet in both directions from 2 different maintenance hole covers, and they came up empty. They did not find a dog, alive or dead, down there, but they did hear it barking, and then that barking later stopped. So they are wrapping up this operation without rescuing any sort of a dog. They don't know what happened to that dog, but they're hoping that perhaps the dog was able to escape the sewer system through another way. Perhaps there's an exit point somewhere that they don't know about. They're talking with LA County Public Works to get a map of this area to see if there's perhaps a way out that doesn't involve a maintenance access hatch like the one you're seeing there. But it's unclear where this dog came from, how it got in, or even who owns it, if it's a stray or if it's from the neighborhood. But LA County Fire is talking to all the homeowners in the area, telling them if they hear that dog barking again down there to give them a call, and they'll come out and try and rescue that dog once again. That's it here from the desk. Jamie, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Mark, thank you. Some breaking news to get to out of Washington. A judge has dismissed the Justice Department cases against former FBI Director James Comey and New York State Attorney General Letitia James. The judge ruled that the appointment of interim U.S. Attorney Lindsay Halligan, who brought the indictments against them, was invalid. Comey's attorneys had argued the prosecution was motivated by President Trump's efforts to punish his political foes. The Justice Department is expected to appeal the rulings. Right now, a congressional hearing is taking place in downtown LA over immigration raids across Los Angeles. Congressman Robert Garcia of Long Beach is headed to the hearing that will look into whether the Department of Homeland Security violated people's rights and due process. CBS LA's Tina Patel was there for the march before the hearing.
The hearing is underway here at the Metropolitan Water District. More than a dozen people expected to testify, sharing their stories of the recent immigration raids.
Immigrants are welcome here. Immigrants are welcome here.
Earlier this morning, there was a procession through downtown LA. Faith leaders, representatives from immigrants' rights groups, and local officials came together to show unity. This is the first time there has been a congressional hearing looking into the actions of immigration officials. Congressman Robert Garcia, a ranking member of the House Oversight Committee, decided to hold them after consulting with Mayor Karen Bass. They say hundreds of people have been unlawfully detained over the past few months, some U.S. citizens and some with legal papers. And they say this is the first step in holding the Trump administration accountable for possible civil rights violations. Those testifying today will share stories about how families have been torn apart, businesses have been impacted. One pastor says the raids have even affected church attendance.
There are a lot of fears, so people who are normally enjoy Sundays at the church, they were not more able to come just because of fear.
This hearing truly addresses a crisis that we cannot ignore. Los Angeles will not stay silent while Angelenos' rights are violated. We are here to demand accountability, we are here to demand transparency, and we are calling on Congress to act before more families are torn apart.
The congressman has said he wants to hold hearings like this across the country, but since the immigration raids, the first ones happened here in Los Angeles, he thought it was important to have the first hearing here. In downtown LA, Tina Patel, CBS LA.
Tina, thank you. A memorial is growing for a fallen Burbank Police Department K-9 officer. The K-9, named Spike, was killed over the weekend while searching for a suspect. It started as a traffic stop on Buena Vista Street near the freeway on-ramp when the suspect ran from the car. Spike tracked him down but was ultimately shot and killed in the line of duty.
The dog, not only is it training to do the activity to the best of its ability, it is wanting to make its handler happy out of this being born out of the training itself in the relationship. The loss of life is something that we just won't get over.
The suspect later died in the shootout with police. Here's a live look at LAX, where the Thanksgiving travel rush is about to shift into pretty high gear. You can see, though, the horseshoe not as bad as we've seen it at other times during the course of the year. The Federal Aviation Administration says tomorrow is expected to be the peak day for air travel, with more than 52,000 flights nationwide. LAX officials say the busiest travel day there will actually be Sunday, with nearly 230,000 travelers expected. CBS News senior correspondent Chris Van Cleve is keeping track of it all.
Thanksgiving travel troubles at New York's JFK Airport Sunday. A roughly 90-minute internet outage paused check-ins at the usually busy Terminal 4, home to Delta and a number of international carriers. In Las Vegas, it wasn't just the race to Thanksgiving that had the airport buzzing. Fans were also rushing to Sin City for the annual F1 race.
I had an early flight, so it was one of the first ones, so I didn't have any problems there.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem used the busy weekend to hand out bonus checks to some TSA officers who worked during the entire government shutdown and announce $1 billion investment upgrading airport security checkpoints.
We know that it is our responsibility to keep travelers safe, but also to make sure that we're getting them to their locations and to their destinations safely, on time, and efficiently.
The nation's airlines expect to fly a record 31 million people during the holiday rush. Frontier Airlines CEO Barry Biffle.
What do you see for the holidays in particular?
I think the holidays are going to continue to be robust. I mean, we're seeing more and more the holidays are a big deal.
Some flyers may have opted to drive because of the uncertainty at airports during the shutdown. The Mercas weren't sure what to expect.
Very nervous about it. I didn't want to go, but everyone else did. So we came and it was good. Whatever changed, I'm glad, because this was very different than last month.
AAA expects more than 73 million to hit the road, up a bit from last year. But as storms make their way to the eastern part of the U.S., drivers may run into delays and messy conditions.
The FAA expects this to be the busiest Thanksgiving in the number of scheduled flights in at least 15 years. And already starting this Thanksgiving week, we are seeing dozens of cancellations in the Dallas area because of storms that will move across the country. The TSA says the Sunday after Thanksgiving could be the busiest day in its history. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Newark Liberty Airport.
Thank you, Chris. After last week's stormy weather in Southern California, a sunny and pleasant holiday week is on tap. Let's go to our next weather chief meteorologist, Paul Diano, for a look at your first forecast. And I'm liking the temperatures. Okay, looking forward to that, Paul. Thank you. Stocking up to give away. The event handing out more than 1,200 turkeys.